What up, what up? It's your girl, Ja Crisp, and I'm back with another one. Alright guys, so this is not going to be a normal YouTube video. If you like the scenic, incredible views, well, you have a good view behind you, but if you like the normal vlogs, this is not going to be a normal vlog. This is going to be about the stock market and why you need to be invested right now. Now, I've been doing a lot of stock stories on my Instagram and Twitter, and the amount of interest is like crazy. So it's so clear to me that this is of interest to all my following, and I think now's a great time to have this conversation. So 3 reasons why you need to be invested in the stock market right now amid this coronavirus pandemic. These 3 things include barriers to entry, the VIX, which I'll get into, and compounding returns and what those mean. Okay, let me preface this by saying, in any situation where the stock market crashes, and what we had in March was nothing more than a crash. It was a complete breakdown of the financial system. In 3 weeks, we saw drops of 35, 40% in indexes, which means some stocks fell 50, 60, 80% from their 52-week highs, which just happened a few weeks before that in February. When that happens, it creates so much fear in the market. People look at their 401ks, they look what they have in the stock market, and they say, I don't want to lose this all, I'm going to sell. Going back all the way in history, that is the best time to buy. The best time to buy stocks is when the fear is at all-time highs. Barriers to entry, there are none. It has never been easier than it is right now to invest in the stock market. Last year in 2019, Robinhood, which is a trading app, said, we're not going to charge commissions on any trades, on big or small investments, okay? Which means usually you had to pay around $7 or $8 a trade. Robinhood, as a disruptor, offered even fractional trades. So if you wanted to buy 0.1% of one share of Amazon, you could do so on Robinhood free of charge. Following suit, E-Trade, TD Ameritrade, and all the other online stockbrokers said, we can't charge commissions either. So it is free to invest for individual investors, which is crazy because it used to be very expensive. The platforms are great. I use TD Ameritrade. I can't speak to E-Trade or Robinhood, but I'm sure they're great. Robinhood's known for letting you buy fractional shares of expensive stocks, so that could be good if you're a first-time investor. Either way, I think all the platforms are great. I love TD Ameritrade. I think their charting system is incredible. The way they show you prices, and they provide news stories for you and update you on anything specific to the companies that you're invested in. It's super simple. It's free to use. You just got to put in, I think, $100 or something like that. It's very simple to buy a stock. You find your company, you type in the ticker, and you say, I want to buy $100 worth of this stock. And you can just execute a market order, which it'll just do it for you. That stock will show up as a position in your account, and you can literally just watch it go up or down every second. You just refresh, shows how much you're up, shows how much you're down. The act of investing is super simple. You just put in money, and you tell it what you want to buy, for how much, at what price, and it executes it for you. That's 1. 2, the VIX. The VIX is a volatility index, okay? Also known as a fear gauge. Anytime the VIX is above 20, that means there's an inherent risk in the market. It's a volume index, means how many stocks are bought and sold at any given time. And it went to 80 at the peak of the coronavirus. That's crazy. When it was at 80, all the stocks tanked in like a fire sale. Traditionally throughout history, when the VIX is over 20, 30, 40, and above 50, which is insane, and it seems like a horrible time to buy, that is proven to be the best time to buy. Now, you have to buy good companies. You can't buy these $1, $2 stocks that have no proven track record. They're at that level for a reason. But discounts like Facebook and Apple and Qualcomm and Snapchat and the banks, Bank of America, JP Morgan went from 150 down to 80 in a blink of an eye. Now, there were inherent risks to that because they thought that banks were going to be defaulted on, no one was going to pay their mortgage. That ended up not being the case, and it always seems to not be as worse as everyone thinks it could be. I think when the coronavirus hit, it was something new and novel that nobody experienced before, so the fear, rightly so, was everywhere. Everyone was selling their stocks. That's when I jumped in and I said, I'm horrified. This seems like a terrible time to buy, but I'm gonna do it. So I've been buying the last 3-4 weeks, and stocks are up 100 to 200% from their bottoms. It created so much opportunity that 10 years from now, I'm gonna look back on this time, in this moment, and you still can too, this moment right now, and say, I made the smartest decision I could have ever done. You see, putting in money into a scary situation seems like you're just gonna lose it all. I'm gonna throw it all away, and I'm never gonna see this money again. But if you invest in good companies who have a good balance sheet, which means not a lot of debt, like Apple, like Facebook, they can weather the storm, okay? And by weather the storm, I mean they can survive through times like this. In fact, most of the tech companies were essential in providing services to us, people in the world, like Amazon. How could you have survived the pandemic without Amazon? Doesn't make any sense. Their business is booming. Netflix, subscription model, everybody was at home. Their stock soared because people didn't have anything else to do but watch movies. Okay, so this brings me to my third point, compounding returns. Compounding interest is so crazy, and it's an issue I don't think a lot of people understand. Let's say you have $100, okay? You invest $100, it makes 10% in 1 year. So now you have $110, okay? The next year, you'll make 10% on $110. You'll get $11 extra? I don't know. Whatever the math is, your money just keeps building on its nest egg. It keeps growing at a compounding rate, and you just have to sit there and let it grow, okay? You let it grow. Now, why is it important to these times? Everything is at a discount, okay? Everything. Every stock is at a discount, except for technology, because they earned a lot of money throughout the pandemic. But let's say this. Let's say you buy a stock at $100, and it doubles over the course of a year. It took 1 year for you to make 100% profit, okay? Now, let's say right now everything is at a 50% discount. Let's say you buy the stock at 50, okay? And in 1 year, it still goes to 200. That means you quadrupled your investment, okay? Quadrupled. If you buy stocks at a cheaper level than they are traditionally, that's the only time you can really generate true wealth, okay? No one got rich buying $10,000 worth of stock and selling it 30% up and making $3 grand. You have to let that growth compound year over year over year over year. That's what we call like a 10-bagger in the industry, okay? That's why when you buy a stock like Amazon 20 years ago at $1 and now it's trading at $2,600, you're rich. You're rich. Everyone's so short-sighted in the stock market looking for quick gains. It's not a short-term game. Investing in the stock market is a very long-term gain. You have to be patient. Don't just get out of the stock because it's not moving. You have to stick with it. I promise you, if you stick with a stock for multiple years, you will generate so much money that you've never thought was possible before because of compounding returns. But here's the thing. Don't invest in these small companies that trade for $2 to $3 that could get a pop to $3 or $4 or $5 or $6 because you're just gonna get scared and you're gonna get out. You're gonna get rich by buying good companies like Amazon or Facebook and letting it compound every single year, growing 10%, 20%, 30%, until you double your money, triple your money, quadruple your money. And a lot of times you can get 10 times your money if you're patient enough and you pick the right stocks. That brings me to my next point. How do you pick your stocks, Chris? I read a lot. And I give you some good pointers. Watch CNBC. If you have time, watch CNBC throughout the day. You'll get a great understanding of the stock market, where it trades, why it's doing what it's doing. And you can come up with your own thesis as to what's happening in the world. I love watching Mad Money. Jim Cramer, he has a show at 6 p.m. every night on CNBC. It's for novice investors. I remember watching that 10 years ago, and that really got me excited about the stock market. And once you start to understand the stock market, it won't scare you anymore. I know a lot of people are scared and they feel like they're missing the boat. It is not too late. Let me tell you that right now. It is not too late to invest in the stock market. Yes, you just missed a big move from 3-4 weeks ago, but that was a scary time to buy. And if you're a first-time investor, not the best time to buy. You want to feel good about your investment. You want to feel good about the market environment. And it's starting to turn around. The jobless claims are dropping right now. Employment's picking back up. And our stock market's going to boom again, hopefully, over the next 10 years. So, great time to buy, I think. But buy good companies. I love investing in the stock market because you literally don't have to do anything besides watch your money grow. Don't keep your money in a savings account. You're not going to get any return on that. I have like zero cash in my checking account. I put everything away in the stock market and I watch it all day long. And through a lot of hard work, it's not that easy, but through a lot of hard work and knowing what I'm doing, I've doubled my money. I doubled my entire net worth in the last 3 months. It seems crazy, but it's true. This game is not just for professionals and stockbrokers and sleazy people who are trying to sell you index funds. You can do this yourself. It just takes a lot of work, and you have to read a lot, and you have to understand what you're investing in and why. And once you get the why, the rest is easy. The stock will take care of itself. This is the best time to buy stocks I have ever seen since 2008. I'm gonna do a lot more videos like this. I just wanted to come on here and tell you guys that it's not as scary as it seems. Please put your money in the market. Find good companies that you like. And it might be a Starbucks. You might go to Starbucks every day. Invest in Starbucks. Great company. Great leadership. Great CEO. That stock is poised for growth. Now, I don't want to give individual stock picks because one, I'm not a registered advisor and I can't do that. I did take my Series 7 in college and I passed. But I'm gonna keep you guys posted on what I do and how I trade on Instagram and on Twitter, and I'm gonna do financial videos here so it can help you guys get more comfortable with it. Any questions you have, put them in the comments. I'm gonna do a lot of videos about this because I know it's on everyone's mind. First step you can do: open an account, TD Ameritrade, E-Trade, Robinhood. Put in some money, think about what you might want to buy, and then buy it. If it goes down, buy some more. This is a long-term game, guys. Don't be scared if you lose 10% on your money in a week, because that's the type of moves that are happening right now, by the way. When the VIX is high, the volatility and fear, stock market goes like this until it finally picks its direction and slowly treads north. You will miss out on the greatest financial opportunity of your life if you don't get into the stock market this year. That's all I have to say. I love you guys. Please do me a favor, like this video. So I know that you guys like it, and I'll do my part by teaching you how to trade, how to get into a trade, what support and resistance levels are. Very important when you're trading. Technical levels are very important when you're trading. You buy at support levels or you buy through breakouts. I'll explain all that. Hope this was helpful. Get in the game. Let's make money together. I gotta go. The stock market about to open.